Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the Business Spotlight interview series. Today it is my great pleasure to welcome Sia Fay from Avnel Beauty Spa. Sia is the CEO and delighted that you could join us today. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Great. Why don't you share with us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it for?
Okay, so I'm Miss Sia Fay. I am the owner of Avnel Beauty Spa. I have been doing this for well over 10 years. We specialize in hair and beauty. And when it comes to beauty, we literally specialize in facials, hydrofacials, waxing, microblading, brow lamination. We're talking about makeup as well. So we do a lot about beautifying the face and also beautifying the body as well. And then when it comes to hair, we do anything from wigs to mesh integration hair system for people with hair loss. We work with people of all genders. So work with people of all race and all gender. You're talking about men, women, boys, and girls. We do braids, crochets, hair extensions. We also do some hair treatments as well, such as keratin and Japanese and protein hair treatments.
Fantastic. So you have a full portfolio and you can even help people like myself.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Great. So I guess that answers who an ideal customer is. It's really anybody who's living and breathing and takes
Yeah,
takes an interest in their appearance.
absolutely.
Okay, so what has been your biggest learning since you've been a business owner?
Patience, patience and faith and belief. I'll say patience and belief. Um, to run a business, you need patience and you also need to believe in yourself. When nobody believes in you, make sure you believe in yourself. That's the greatest thing I can say to anyone.
Super. That's great. And am I right that you used to practice in Dublin, but recently you moved to Belfast?
Yes.
So how long were you in business? When did you start really?
So I started after I had my son, who is 13. So since then, I just felt like, okay, you know what? I need to dive into something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And I was doing hair for pleasure at the time. So, and then I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna see where this gets me. So yeah, since 2011. Yeah.
Fantastic. And how long have you been in Belfast here with us?
I've been in Belfast just 3 years.
Fantastic. Great. So when you were growing up, is this something that you always wanted to do, run your own business?
Yes. Growing up, from the age of 5, 6, I've always been into business. And anybody who knows me very well, even if the person meets me for about a couple of months, they know that my business acumen is quite high. So I've always wanted to do business. I think that's the only thing I can stay long doing.
Fantastic. And what do you feel have been the biggest issues that you've had to overcome in your business journey?
Biggest issue would be being patient when there's no customers. Because you could go sometimes weeks without customers, but you got to be patient. You have to believe in yourself and you have to use those times to sort of work on yourself, work on your skills. So being patient is another thing again is the fact that, some people might not believe in you in terms of like client base, and when they don't believe in you, they feel like they want to put you down. They feel like, oh, whatever you've done, it's not worth it. But at the end of the day, like I say, when you believe in yourself, you might get 100 no's, but you see that one yes that you might get, that goes a long way.
Superb. And what have you learned about yourself during the journey, this sort of 10, 13-year journey?
Um, I've learned that I can do anything I put my mind to. I've learned that as long as I believe in myself, everything else is history.
Very good. And what's been the most surprising thing to you about actually owning your own business and running your own business now?
The most surprising thing is knowing that, oh my God, I made this person so happy. Like sometimes my clients, like they leave here and they're like, oh my God, you don't know how happy you've made me look. You don't know how you built my confidence. Even down to our reviews. Like our reviews says a lot. Like you see some women or some men saying, like, you don't know the confidence you built in me. You've restored my self-esteem. I can't believe that I'll make someone like a stranger that happy. I can't believe I will help them build their self-confidence, help them build their self-esteem. So that is something that I still am like shocked that,
Yeah,
I have the power to make somebody else that I know nothing about happy.
that's fantastic, and
Yeah.
it must give you such a they refer to job satisfaction, but it must give you personal satisfaction.
Yes. Yes. Most times it's all about personal satisfaction because I am a people person and I do a lot of charity work. So, and I always say to people, spread kindness. You know,
Yeah,
the way they say, do one kind thing for a stranger a day. So as long as I know that I've done some sort of kind gesture to someone, it's a personal goal, it's a personal achievement for me.
fantastic. And who in business inspires you, or is there somebody that you look up to in business today?
Ye- I would say I do look up to anybody that's at the top of the ladder and very successful. If I could name, I really can't think of a name at the moment, but I know that there's one beauty salon that I do look up to massively, and that's a beauty salon in London called House of Hair.
Okay,
Like that is my next 5-year goal.
very good, good. How did you come across them?
I was just doing a lot of research, especially during the COVID. I was just, as you know, everybody was home. So
Yeah.
from just being on the internet and just being nosy and doing some research and finding out, okay, what are people doing at other parts of the world, the likes of the UK mainland or the US. I came across House of Hair UK, and since then I've been stalking them. I tend to implement a lot of things that they do. I tend to implement it in my own spa, and it's worked. And I tend to go with a lot of the advice I do see that they give online.
Fantastic. So it's definitely a learning process where you can learn from what others have already done ahead of us.
Yes,
Great. Well, that dovetails well with what the Business Spotlight interview is all about. It's helping those that are coming up after us learn
yes.
from some of our experiences. So, do you have any sort of favorite books? Are you a book lover, or are you more into podcasts? And would you return to those sort of daily or weekly for motivation?
Um, at the moment, the book I'm reading is The Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
I literally take it anywhere I go. So that is the book I'm reading. And when it comes to podcasts, I do listen to one or two podcasts, but it's not on business. It's just for fun, really.
Okay.
But but right now I'm reading The Diary of a CEO, and I'm actually in the process of launching a podcast as well. So
Oh, fantastic. And that's just in process at the minute, or is there somewhere that somebody can find your podcast?
no, it's in planning at the moment. I've been planning this for since the middle of last year. It's a podcast where when our clients come into the salon, or we could get someone like some clients in, where we could just have a conversation about like hair loss or have a conversation about beauty, and using that medium to also boost people's confidence and self-esteem, because as you know, um self-esteem is really, really down at the moment. And a lot of people, I meet hundreds of people in this job, and a lot of times they'll come to me and you can just tell that their confidence is on the floor.
Yes.
And it's having that emphasis of picking the confidence up for them and letting them know you're enough. You are beautiful the way you are. Just a little tweak here and there. And listen, if you don't have certain type of hair length, we can give you that hair length. If you don't have certain type of volume on your hair, we can give that to you. And just talk about it. Talk about what people are going through and how they've overcome it. By doing that, somebody might be watching the podcast in the salon environment and see, oh, I thought I was the only one who was feeling like this. I thought I was the only one that my hair was the worst. But I mean, I feel so much better. I'm gonna take this on. I'm gonna build my self-confidence, you know?
Yes, yeah. No, that's superb. Excellent. Look forward to hearing more about that when it's launched. That sounds very inspiring. So tell me, what does the future look like, and what would you see as some of the main challenges moving forward?
Um, for the future, the plans we have for the future is we're going to focus more on hair extensions and the mesh integration system. At the moment, we're looking to work with the NHS. Um, we've really been trying to work with the NHS to be able to offer wigs and extension options to potential clients who are suffering from alopecia or who are like cancer survivors. Because I work with a lot of cancer survivors and alopecia clients. So at the moment, we're trying to push further to get the NHS to work with us hand in hand, you know. Um, because a lot of the clients have said, listen, like you need to be working with them. That way they'll refer us to you because it's difficult to find you.
Yes.
So that is one of our goals for this year, for 2024. And just to focus more on hair extension, because as you know, a lot of people are sort of going through it, like in terms of cancer survivor and alopecia. And
Sure.
the most beneficial alternative to them is hair extensions and mesh integration system. So that's what we're focused on for the next 2 years.
Excellent. Very good. Very good cause. Where we are actually in our office is just across from the city hospital and the cancer center there. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, very worthwhile cause. That's fantastic. So what would you say? What advice would you give to anybody who is wanting to go into business for themselves?
I would say don't wait till you know everything. Don't. I'd say if you know something, just start. And if you feel like you need to ask people, because when I first started, even till this day, I still go on TikTok and YouTube and I still drop comments and ask questions and beg for people to answer me. And they don't. 99.9% of the time, nobody wants to help you. But just keep trying. Don't wait till you know everything. Don't wait till, oh my God, let me get all the degrees first, or let me get all the certificates first. Don't wait. Once you know something, practice, practice, practice. Get family and friends to practice on and just dive into it, you know, dive
Ver- ver-
into it because it's if you don't, you'd never start.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to take that action, haven't you?
You do, honestly, like just do it.
Yeah,
That's what I say, just do it. And you know what? If it goes bad, you tried, look for another way to make it become better. I mean,
yeah.
a lot of successful people have been down way too many times, but they just find alternative ways to just make it better, better, better each time.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a great bit of wisdom that you're sharing there. I've often heard it said that success is not your teacher, it's failure that is your teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So that's great. So if we could wind back the clock to when you were, say, 18, what's the best piece of advice you would give yourself when you were 18?
I should have started sooner.
Okay.
You know, when I was 18, I did have the idea, but I was scared to go into it. I felt like I was young. I felt like I needed to go to uni because I am actually a graduate of medicinal chemistry and pharmaceutical science. And then I have a master's degree in business and marketing. So I wouldn't have bothered doing the pharmaceutical degree. I would have just delved into, I would have even done an apprenticeship, you know,
Yes.
just to start sooner because I felt like if I had started sooner, I mean, I'm grateful that I started when I started, but I felt like going to school for 4 years wasn't necessary for me because I'm not even using the degree.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and
That-
very often I've heard many people share that it's as if the schooling system has you channeled to do a specific job, whereas many people who are creative and entrepreneurial, they don't fit into that mold.
And school teaches you to be an employee, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
Some people are meant to be entrepreneurs.
yeah,
Some people are meant to be employers. Some people are meant to be employees, you know?
sure.
So school will teach you to be an employee. It's the experience in life and the experience in the path you've chosen. That's what's better for me. So I always say to my kids, I always say, I would make sure that they are street smart and book smart.
Very good advice.
Yeah.
Summarizing it into just that 4 words: street smart, book smart. Very good advice.
Yeah.
Well, see, look, it's been fantastic to have you on our series today. Really appreciate you investing your time and sharing your nuggets of wisdom with our community. And wish you all the very best going forwards, and look forward with interest to when you launch your podcast. Look forward to
I
seeing.
will. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. You're so welcome. Thank you.
All right.